Welcome back to another episode of Mofugga TV. What is going on, Mofugga Nation? It's been a minute, but we're gonna tackle a Can Am self-made windshield. So what we got going on here is this lack of wind protection in this here Can Am. So when we rolled this thing last December, actually, I think a year today, December 27th or December 28th. That was when I rolled it. We had a windshield on it, and we tested out in the cold, liked it in the cold, but decided that once we rebuilt this thing, we were going to try it without a windshield. During the summer months, perfect. Not a big deal. Now that it's cold again, yeah, it's cold. I've made me a little template. Got me a little piece of plexi. There's the size. And we are going to make ourselves a little video on how to cut this thing out and attach it. Okay, I already know what you're gonna say. Oh, why don't you just buy one? Oh, the plexi is gonna scratch. Oh, the plexi is gonna get cracked. I know. I'm gonna make this a yearly replaceable item. You know, if it goes through a season and it gets unusable, pull it off, make another one, and fasten it back to the frame. In the summertime, if it's too hot, I can take it off. I'm gonna put countersunk threads into the frame so I can just drill holes through the plexi, screw it on, voila. So, it's gonna cover all the way up through here, slide around to match the angles all the way up there. And then I believe I want to kind of bring it down somewhere where it'll be just kind of hovering above the bottom here. So some air will get through here, but I'm gonna put some countersunk screws along the edge of the frame just so it bolts in. And hopefully it's thick enough to where if I can get it tight to the frame, it's not gonna rattle and do all this number. So stay tuned, we're gonna get this done. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, so I've got the shape kind of roughed out here with some measurements. I did draw it a little bit bigger than I need, so I have room to trim. Because you can always cut some off, but you can't put it back on. So let's take a little look here. Okay, so what we have here, like I said, I did make it a little bit longer than needed, just for room. And I remeasured, so I'm not going to use that line to cut from, but this should give me a little bit of access. I use my little emblem as a template for the center. It's got a little hump right here that I need to concave so it still comes down. It should be about right here. So hopefully we're good. Let me get this thing staged, get my cutting tools ready, and we'll do a little time lapse of the cuts. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, it's cutting time. I got this little Dremel cutoff wheel from Home Depot. So I think this will do the job. One way to find out. Here we go. Okay, I definitely recommend using some eye protection. Preferably not tinted kind, but I can see. So, but it's definitely throwing a lot of debris, and you don't want that going in your eyeballs. So, just a little tip from old Mofugga. All right. Smoking the Dremel. It's hot. It's hot. It may need another bit. It seems to be getting a little bit harder to cut. We'll keep going. Well, I think, oh yeah, this thing is coming apart. Well, I think it's time for a new tool. Gotta go to the Home Depot. Ain't that a bummer? All right, welcome back. I did it. Went and got me an actual Dremel, not a knockoff. That was a Black & Decker that I broke yesterday, which actually I've had that thing for almost a decade, so pretty good stuff. All right, let me get this thing set up. I'm going to get back to cut this Plexi. We'll have my morning Joe. You guys know the drill. All right, are you ready? So, I also got some Dremel speed bits, carbide cutters. That should help cut this thing down pretty good. So, because the bit I used yesterday was actually for wood cutting. So, whatever, it happens. Okay, so I'm back with, whoops. I went ahead and did it. Got the tool, batteries, charged them. Should have had eye protection. Let's see if we can get this cut now. Get on with this project. Here we go. Okay, so this cutting bit is just melting the plastic. It's getting too hot. So I got this diamond carbide. It's kind of cool because it's got this little handy quick disconnect. Hang on, let me see. It's like hairs. So anyways, I'm gonna try this, see if this will cut this any faster. Just locks in there. Round 3. Okay, so this cutting bit is just melting the plastic. It's getting too hot. So got this diamond carbide. It's kind of cool because it's got this little handy quick disconnect. Hang on, let me see. It's like hairs. So anyways, I'm gonna try this, see if this will cut this any faster. Just locks in there. Round 3. All right, for the last little bit, this thing definitely gets hot and melts the plastic. So I may research another method to cutting this. So far, it's making one hell of a mess. And this thing here, I was watching it move, and I probably should be wearing glasses, because if this thing breaks apart and goes into your face, that's not gonna be fun. So, I got the rough cut done. Let's see how it fits. Okay, so rough cut, not too shabby. It's gonna just sit right up underneath the, excuse me. Right up underneath the roof lip. I did cut a little bit wide, like I said, so that way, sorry, camera's horrible. Trim just a little bit. I want to be flush with the roll cage. I'm gonna probably have to relocate my straps. I was curious how that was gonna fit, but I got too big of a gap to try to suck it down. And I'm gonna need to trim here a little bit. So let's make a few cuts. Let's make this cut and then remove the handles, and we'll see where we're at. Okay. All right, for the last little bit, this thing definitely gets hot and melts the plastic. So I may research another method to cutting this. So far, it's making one hell of a mess. And this thing here, I was watching it move, and I probably should be wearing glasses, because if this thing breaks apart and goes into your face, that's not gonna be fun. So, I got the rough cut done. Let's see how it fits. Okay, so rough cut, not too shabby. It's gonna just sit right up underneath the, excuse me. Right up underneath the roof lip. I did cut a little bit wide, like I said, so that way, sorry, camera's horrible. Trim just a little bit. I want to be flush with the roll cage. I'm gonna probably have to relocate my straps. I was curious how that was gonna fit, but I got too big of a gap to try to suck it down. And I'm gonna need to trim here a little bit. So let's make a few cuts. Let's make this cut and then remove the handles, and we'll see where we're at. Okay. Okay, got some rough markings on the windshield where I'm gonna make some cuts, and I'm totally winging this, like by eyeball straight, not really measuring it, kind of eyeballing it, like I said. So let me show you what we're gonna do. Okay. Can't see it really, but here, I'm gonna cut this down. This little corner, I'm gonna cut that out. I'm gonna trim these corners, and the same over there. I have a little bit of a spot I'm gonna cut out on that side. So I'm gonna trim that up real quick and see how that fits. Okay, I think I got this thing rough trimmed. Need some smoothing around the edges, but let's take a quick look, and I think I'm about ready to clean it up and make some holes to mount into the cage. Let's take a look. So obviously I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I mean, you know, clean all the edges up, but mount everything. It's pretty close. I think I'm good enough there. Definitely not here yet. Looks like I'm need a little bit more right here. So I want this to be on the roll bar. Okay, not quite done yet. Not quite done yet. Okay, so getting super close here. I have the windshield pretty much trimmed out, most of the edges soft and ready to go. So I'm drilling my pilot holes and getting ready to drill into the frame to put in my countersink thread. Okay, so little snafu. I thought I had the video on time lapse, so it was catching me drill all the nut zerts in the frame. I didn't. It was not recording. But nonetheless, here we are. One garage homemade plexi windshield, good enough for me. That's not perfect. Hang on, let me get the camera clean. Okay. It's not perfect. That's all right. I need to get one more bolt. I was short one. Probably clean these up a little bit, make them round. But I mean, overall, it's gonna do the job. And it's removable. And I'll keep this as a template. I'll probably just refine this a little bit better. So next year, cut it out. Easy peasy. And with the windshield, the stereo should sound a lot better. Should echo off the sound should bounce right off of this and echo back. Looks pretty good. No blind spots. See, some of the ones I was looking at like have a black frame around it, and I just don't want to feel like I'm in a little tank. You know, have blind spots. I want to be wide open. So, shoot, man, this should be good enough. We're about to find out. Okay, everybody, success. I can cruise down the road at regular speed, 45, 50, not getting blasted in the face, and I can hear the music. So, success, man. See just fine. Redneck ingenuity. Anybody can do this, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. Few little things I'm gonna trim up, but otherwise, good to go. Right here, I wanna use this for a handle. I might trim some of this out, or see if I can incorporate my handles right there in here. But that's the only thing because I usually pull my fat ass out with this. So anyways, the only other thing that we have, I see here at nighttime anyway, is you can see the reflection of the gauges. So I might figure something out with that. I don't know, it's not that bad. But clear view. Let's see how long this thing lasts. I'd be curious to see. But I also need to get myself a little squeegee so I can reach outside the handle and squeegee my window when I go through the mud. But otherwise, man, not a bad little project. Okay, let's see if you guys can hear me while I'm driving. See if you don't get any wind noise. I need to go around here. for the darkness. Turn signal. Some legal beagle. Hell yeah. Success, baby. All right. Hey, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe. Leave me some comments. Good, bad, the ugly. You know the drill. If you're already watching, at least hit like, man. Alright. Y'all be good. Be safe. Remember, oh fucking loves you. Alright guys, what's going on? Just a quick update, day 3. Everything's fine, except for I started to get some crackage around where I bolted the plexi to the cage. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So, that happened. That happened. That happened. It's not horrible. But let me show you what I'm doing. So I had flat washers and lock washers, and I think, hang on a second here. I think that was applying too much pressure to the plexi. So what I did was I got these bolts. I'm sorry. These washers that have a rubber grommet and are kind of concave. So they'll apply some pressure, a little bit of blue Loctite. So when I stop at some light pressure, it'll hold it in place and not vibrate out. And then I'm putting a rubber grommet on the back side, like such.
Well, just open up your voice memo on your phone, hit record, and tell us your name, where you're from,
and hopefully that will allow enough flexing with the glass on the cage, and will slow the cracks down. These are going to spread no matter what, but for next time, I'll do this, and that should avoid the cracking, I think. Worth a try. But just want to give you guys that update in case you care. In case you try to do this, I would definitely do the create a little rubberized cushion. It's like a motor mount, really. So I will post back later to let you know if this works. Be good. Be safe. Motherfucker loves you.